first, we turn to today's health headlines, and we are talking about some National Food Awareness Days. From caffeine to sauce to frozen foods, we have everything that you need to know. And joining us is Dr. Nate Wood, Yale Medicine internist, director of culinary medicine, and assistant professor at Yale School of Medicine. Great to see you, Dr. Wood. I love talking food with you. You've been doing a fantastic job on the floor as well.
Oh, thank you so much. Great to be here.
All right, so obviously a lot of us are getting adjusted to springing forward, daylight saving time, of course. Many of us having an extra cup of coffee today. For me, Dr. Wood, I had about 3 cups already. How much coffee is too much, and what kinds of caffeine should we be consuming?
All right, you're already pushing it, but we'll get to that. I also love a little coffee in the morning, and it can be really helpful on days like this. But the good news is that 3 to 4 cups a day seems to be a safe kind of target. So that's about 300 or 400 milligrams of caffeine. Of course, it depends where we're getting our caffeine from. So things like coffee and tea are great for us because they come with lots of antioxidants, those really special compounds that help to lower inflammation in our body and could potentially prevent disease from forming. So those things are really good. But once we take coffee and tea and add a whole bunch of fat and sugar or turn it into one of those delicious desserts, it becomes, of course, a little less health promoting. And then things like energy drinks certainly steer clear of. But generally, 3 to 4 cups a day is going to be good for most people. Of course, check with your doctor if you have underlying medical conditions like atrial fibrillation or high blood pressure. And don't drink it up until bedtime. Stop sometime in the afternoon so you can sleep at night. Good
advice there. And yes, I am guilty of adding way too much to my coffee, so I would not be your ideal client, Dr. Wood. But let's talk about sauces right now. We all love a different variety of sauces. For me, it's hot sauce. And quickly, I want to just tell you this story about when I was in college. I had too much hot sauce, then I went to bed, and I had acid reflux and lost my voice for 2 weeks. So obviously, too much of anything can be harmful. What should people know about the sauces?
Yeah. So in your line of work, I guess now you have to be careful with the hot sauce. Yeah. So lots of different types of sauces. And of course, some are pretty good for us and some may be less so, right? And so what I love about sauces is that they can be a great way to get people to eat things like vegetables, legumes, and whole grains. Some sauces maybe have a lot of salt. Hot sauce is actually one of those. Some have a lot of sugar, like barbecue sauce. And then I'm thinking of the Alfredo sauce that I have in my fridge right now, things that can be high in things like butter and cream, right? But some sauces are based in things like extra virgin olive oil, vinegar, mustard, garlic, herbs, spices, yogurt, all these things that are really good for us. And so those sauces are going to be a great option to put on vegetables. So things like salsas and chimichurri, pesto, vinaigrettes, those yogurt-based sauces, all super good options. So I'm very pro sauce.
And quickly, before we move on to frozen foods, what are we looking for at the grocery store on the label when it comes to sauces? Are we looking for low sugar, low fat, or do we want full fat everything?
Yeah, great question. So I think generally what I look for is 0 added sugars. So ideally you get like a salad dressing or something with 0 added sugars. It's kind of hard to find. Ketchup and barbecue sauce, again, you're just going to have to accept that it comes with a lot of sugar. But ideally you look at the added sugars, that should be low. You look at the sodium, and it should have a small amount of sodium, ideally. And then when it comes to fat, a little bit of fat is okay, but steer clear, I would say, of saturated fat.
All right, Dr. Wood, I'm going to have to end our conversation right there, but it was great seeing you as always. Thanks for coming on the show today.
Thanks for having me.
All right.